Hi everybody, Neon here of course. I am on the Appalachian Trail in the Shenandoah National Park. Just started at Beahms Gap. Got about 50 miles going southbound to my car.
Predators.
There aren't any people. Yeah.
Reminds me of Tinker Cliff. I think it's interesting. The leaves up there have more color than the leaves down there.
Right.
Yeah, his half sister and half brother.
I guess I'm going to go down this rock slide. Well, not down it, hopefully across it. Shit. What is it? Fall. In addition to the blazes, there's these signposts, and this one says Bearfence Hut, 2.7 miles that way, and that's our destination. Peanut butter prune wrap for lunch.
White paper scraps and test the leaves. Well, I think I just came out of somebody's nose rather than the butt.
Could have been both. So we are about to attempt a little side hike here called the Bearfence Scramble. Pokey.
Ahoy!
This is crazy.
I think so.
You want to go over there and I can take a picture of you? If you want.
Really? Even my driver's license says brown hair, brown eyes. And that's like,
Got a place for my tent. Shelter is there. Picnic table, water down there. Nice campsite. All right, so here's one of my backpacking buddies.
My name's Shoelace. I'm from Maine.
And so my question for you is, where did you get the name Shoelace?
I had a bad hip, and I started this in 2011, and I could not tie my left shoe adequately, and so it came untied a lot. And in the 100-mile wilderness, my pack weighed 64 pounds, so there was no chance that I could tie my shoe with my pack on. So it was a big production to retie the shoe.
All right.
And all the people in the 100-mile wilderness that were bouncing from campsite to campsite kept seeing me on the trail tying my shoe. And so a guy in his early 20s, his name was So Kind.
You were tying your shoe?
I was tying my shoe,
Okay.
yeah. And a guy in his 20s, when we got to camp one night, came over and said, I'll show you how to tie your shoe. So this 20-year-old or ish man tied my shoe for me with a double no slip knot.
Uh-huh.
And I was christened Shoelace. My daughter was part of that.
Awesome. And you are the shoelace that's connected everybody on this trail together.
This is true for our
So
little
how have
group,
you
yeah.
met everybody that we're with?
Backpacking over different years. I've met people in 15, 16, 17. That's pretty much all that's in this group. I don't think there's any other years, but yeah.
Awesome.
And I'm friendly enough, I guess, or outgoing enough to keep the communication lines open and make these things happen.
Yeah, you are. Thanks much.
Hey, you're welcome.
So here's another one of my hiking buddies.
Hey, I'm Yardsale from Alexandria, Virginia.
Yeah, so I heard you got a favorite trail food. What is that?
Spam.
Spam. So that's not what I was expecting.
Ramen?
That's what you were talking about the other day. You were hoping that somebody would sponsor your next
Yeah.
through hike.
Yeah, if ramen were to sponsor me, I would eat nothing but ramen for the entire through hike.
And so what
And protein packs.
protein packs meaning spam.
Tuna fish, spam, anything protein. Yeah.
And what's for dinner tonight?
Ramen and spam.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's like a spam sickle.
A spam sickle.
You just like eat it.
We have mascots galore.
Look at that.
And what did you call that, pad thai?
Yeah. Hot
Spam,
sauce,
hot sauce.
peanut butter, spam, ramen.
How many ramen did you get in there?
2.
Some poor Vietnamese is rolling over in their grave. Pad thai. Okay, so do you have a trail name?
No.
Where are you from?
Colorado.
Colorado. How about you?
I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so what are y'all out here doing?
Having fun.
Yeah, why no?
What did you say,
6-day
five-
packing trip, 5 nights,
And
35 miles.
And it was a shakedown for something, right?
Yeah, we're training for the AT with some other people here too.
Yes, that's right.
Who have also done already.
Hello.
Do you have a trail name?
Kind of. It's Denty.
Denty?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there an origin behind that?
Yeah. So my sister and I were backpacking, and she borrowed all of my gear, and I just kept identifying things on the trail. And so her name is Rowan, and my name is Denty.
Cool.
Didn't make the itinerary. My other trip got destroyed by a hurricane. So.
Yes. As did ours.
Yeah, right. I'm in good company, I hear.
Thanks. So here is a map of the Shenandoah National Park. We started a couple of days ago at Beahms Gap parking. Spent the night just a couple miles down there. Second night was at Rock Spring, which I think was somewhere around here. Last night was around Bearfence, Bearfence Mountain. And tonight we're going to Hightop Mountain, and then the last day we're getting out at Pineview somewhere down here. Lewis Mountain Lodge Camp Store. Had a couple of hours to walk by myself this morning, which is a good thing. Gives a chance for my brain to decompress a little bit and go through the worries of the world and listen to songs in my head and stuff like that. And then after a couple hours of that, then I kind of get around to thinking about myself and where am I going in life and all that kind of stuff. And the thought of the day is about one of my character defects or personality quirks, if you're being kind, and that's just how controlling I am. I like to control whatever situation I'm in, For example, for this week, we had planned to hike on a section of the Mountain to Sea Trail, which is in North Carolina. Pretty much got wiped out by the hurricane that came through a couple weeks ago. That hike would have been very different than this one. That was going to be in the Pisgah National Forest and Shining Rock Wilderness, and sections along the Blue Ridge Parkway, but really remote and rugged and stealth camping everywhere. So I was really looking forward to being out in the wild. So when those plans got scrubbed, KJ said, let's go to Shenandoah National Forest. And I'm like, okay. And he did the itinerary and the planning. I didn't really look at the details. And then on the day that we arrived here, found out that we're going to be walking past restaurants and stuff every day. Part of the crew was interested in stopping at those restaurants. And, you know, we were sitting in a restaurant, just having a hummus plate less than 24 hours after starting the trail. And around all kinds of people. It smelled nice and fancy dress and whatnot. And it was just, I felt really uncomfortable. I was like, this isn't what I was in for. I'm not in control of this. This is not the plan that I had. I wanted to be in the wilderness, not walking in a park. Trails are great. Totally unlike what we would have had in the Mountain Sea Trail before the hurricane came through. You know, there would have been places where there was no blazes, and that's what I was looking for. But we got this instead, and I guess I was in kind of a grumpy mood because I wasn't in control of the situation. But yesterday, after being out here a while, I started to relax and said, you know, make the best of what you got. Let go. You don't have to be in control. This is where you are. This is where your higher power wanted you to be. You should enjoy the day that was made for you. And I've been in a much better mood. And anyway, so I think it's important for me to reflect on what my personality quirks are occasionally and recognize them for what they are. And when I can identify them, I can name them and claim them and throw them away. I do appreciate all the work KJ went into planning this trip for us. I don't know what it is. I think it's a fungus. What do you see?
A view.
Yeah, so here's another one of my hiking buddies. This is
Woodchuck. I'm from Ohio.
and
We
yeah,
met, Nia and I met in Pennsylvania about 5 or 6 years ago, I think.
so you're the hammocker in the group.
On the ham, well,
So tell me about your hammock.
this is a, what the heck is this? I don't know. It's a hammock. Let me see who made
Yeah,
it.
what are the features you like about this hammock?
Doesn't say. There's a lot of rocks in the area and not very many tent sites. So I can hang this anywhere on a slope over a river, off a ledge if I want to. But,
And you say,
it's comfortable, good sleep. I don't have to roll it off my pad like I used to when I tent camped.
and you stay warm?
I do stay warm. In fact, the last 2 nights I haven't even zipped up my quilt, my sleeping bag.
Me? I'm having a mountain house. I don't know exactly. Chicken teriyaki, I think.
What about you? What are you having for dinner?
Beef stew.
Beef stew.
How do you get that off?
That is one warm fire. My dinner tonight is ramen with vegetables and chicken and peanut butter. Tell us again what is in that.
So mine is the chicken teriyaki. Plus it is barbecue southern barbecue. No, it's sriracha pulled pork. And marinara sauce and a bag of chicken and some hot sauce.
Everything that was left in your food bag.
Almost.
And you had a delicious,
I had a cheese tortilla
yummy.
and some energy bars. The city of Asheville still has
Something else you can do if you got there early.
There's still no water in Nashville. I didn't realize that.
Or is it not even worth it?
They're
So I'm here with the planner for this trip.
My name's KJ. I'm from North Carolina, one of Neon's regular hiking partners.
So KJ, I'm really interested in hearing a little bit more about your hiking, your backpacking resume.
I think I went on my first backpacking trip when I was 8 years old. So it's been a while, many decades.
Yeah.
But I got, after I retired, I thru hiked the entire Appalachian Trail.
And you've done some hiking abroad too, right?
I have, primarily in Latin America. Most recently in Peru. I did the Huayhuash circuit in Peru. Actually, before I retired, I did the Everest Base Camp trek, which was a very cool experience.
Where's that?
That is in Nepal.
Hello, Neon.
App indicates 0.2 miles to the end of the trail. Wrapping it up. It's been a great 4 days of hiking. Shenandoah. Well, there's my little white car. Always the last one dragging in, aren't I? Well, that ends the adventure.
It was fun, thank you.
Hey, thanks Neon.
Yeah.
See you next time.
What's